Okay, you guys ready for your next comic? Okay. I want you guys to put your hands together for v.infuso, everybody.
You know, it's actually really funny because my whole life, my family, my friends, my teachers, my doctors, my lawyers have all told me that I belong in the Looney bin. Ironically enough, none of them have ever heard of this club before, so. When I'm not up here making bad jokes, I'm actually out filming a bad web series called Isle of Shaolin. Cheap plug, check it out on YouTube. A bad web series called Isle of Shaolin, and essentially what it is a satirical take on Staten Island life and all the unique people that we have here. If you guys are from here, you know the unique people that I'm talking about. For example, a unique person is my friend Brian. He is probably the biggest narcissist to ever walk this face of the earth. I mean, his love for himself is only seconded by his love for himself. Brian also believes himself to be a superhero. I'm not kidding, you can look him up, Justice Citizen. Yeah. Has a bunch of costumes and everything, and he would love to tell you all about it. My one friend Paul, however, detests the fact that Brian's a superhero because Paul says that he's a superhero. When I asked Paul what makes him a superhero, he says, dude, I have the one superpower that every comic book hero has. I said, what's that? Dead parents. He had me on that one. I have my friend over here, Franny, or Franny as I like to call him, and here's a funny story. Franny is probably one of the most obnoxious people you'll ever meet. Love you, sorry, you are. For example, when I first wanted to introduce him to this girl I really liked, I said, hey, whatever you do, don't do anything stupid. Don't be obnoxious. And he looked at me and he said, V, what am I gonna do? 5 minutes into meeting this girl, he chugged her newly bought Monster can into the woods. When asked why he did it, he said, I don't know what came over me. I thought it would be funny. She did not share a sense of humor. Currently single. I was also the best man at Franny's wedding. This is always a fun story. And I was chasing around his little brother, and when he dropped to the ground, I went down to pick him up, and all of a sudden I heard a loud tear. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to go commando at a wedding. The end of that story is that it wasn't. At all. I actually had to borrow money from the groom to go down to the corner store and buy myself a new pair of pants, sweatpants, for the rest of the reception. It was wonderful. And the best part of that story is, at this point, usually when I'm telling this, that's when Franny chimes in with, and he still could have got with a bridesmaid.
He still could have.
His lovely wife sitting next to him. I remember one of our first conversations, she was telling me how smart she was, and the way she described her intelligence was, I have a lot of smarticles. I looked at her and I said, Dee, I understand that you married a Mexican, but here we speak English. And then she responded with, Vinny, I think you're just being a Gumpy Gills. I have my other friend Warren, who is the token black guy, by choice. By choice. He gets very territorial is the thing, and you know, we don't like to bring other black people around him because he's usually like, hey, whoa, these are my white people. You go find your own, alright? I remember him looking me in the eye, putting his hand on my shoulder one time going, hey V, I want to let you know. And he looked at me like he was about to give me the keys to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. He goes, Vinny, V, you can say the N-word. I looked at him, I was like, I beg your pardon? He was like, you can say it. You can say the N-word. It's okay. Around me, you can say it. I wondered how that worked. Like, is there like a card I was able to take out at some point in time and check off every time that like just anytime I could say it, just, oh no, it's okay. I got permission right here. Here's my files. I actually have a bunch. Another time, well actually, this is a constant thing, is he always wants to, every time someone says something to him, it's always, is it because I'm black? Well, finally one day I broke down and I was just like, no, Warren, it's not because you're black. It's because you're not white. I have a lot of unique people in my life. I have my other friend Sajid, which, you know, I guess when his parents were naming them, they were just like, you know what, Ethan just sounds too, you know, convoluted. Sajid's good. Sajid, let's go with Sajid. My friend Sajid, the very first conversation I ever had with him was, "Hey, are you a fan of James Dean?" I was like, "Yeah, I love his movies, the actor." And he goes, "No, the porn star. James Dean, you know him, right?" And I was like, I don't. You watch porn, right? He goes, "Oh, here, let me show you." And then he comes out and he takes out and proceeds to show me his bookmarks, which it looked like the Batcave's computer file. But of schmut, like complete smut. And then, out of all of my friends, you have the worst of them all. The sardonic, sarcastic douchebag who comes up and mocks all of his friends for the pleasure of strangers. Guys, you have been a terrible audience, but that's okay because I've been a terrible comedian. Thank you for everything.
Keep it going for me, everybody.
Keep going.
The only N-word I'm calling that guy is Nito.